With meter there should be me at least. Yo yo yo. And let's see. Doom doesn't appear to do anything. Drat. Okay, Sabiente, did you hear any sound from Doom when I opened it, or is it only me right now? Because I think the settings all over my system have mysteriously reset themselves. Okay, I think maybe I... Oh, heard Doom 2. Okay, well, that's weird because I used to... I could have sworn I used separate... Okay, Hippocat, say something as well. Let me just make sure that...
Something as well.
Okay, so... Confirmation, need confirmation. There's me, there's Hippocat, there's Doom. Because I think I just did the sound capture in OBS differently from what I used to do, but if it works, it'll work. Most probably gonna be like something... I'm gonna be quieter, or the game gonna be quieter, but we'll figure it out as it goes. I don't know why I think reset. I was messing a little bit with the scene in OBS when I looked if I... Okay, cool, Sabiente, thank you. I was seeing how to stream from Dolphin, the emulator, but all I did was repeatedly copy the chat source and rename it and delete the copy and then rename it back. Huh, weird. Well, if it works for now, we'll see how it gets during combat and shit, but I mean, probably no use talking during combat anyway. And where the hell is the proper menu music? Come on, Doom.
How are you gonna play without one-liners?
You know, I will deliver the one-liners once the dust has settled. It's so weird. I feel like the menu music usually doesn't take this long to start up properly. Also, I like how the menu is literally just... like, the background is literally just these particles. You can see the lines from the soft particles on the floor. I don't know why they did like this. Why they need the floor there. Really weird. The Doom 3 menu is... well, I mean... I will not be saying this over and over, but I will say it in the beginning of it all. I think Doom 3 is a better game. Oh well, this game is great as well. So, otherwise I wouldn't be streaming it. Headshot Beach, huh? Well, there will be some headshots, I think. They are tracked separately. At least for one weapon, I remember there is an upgrade you can get if you do a lot of headshots. Anyway, start campaign. I'm gonna be playing on Nightmare, which might be a mistake, but I have beaten this game on Nightmare recently, and I think I should remember how to do it.
What's Ultra Nightmare?
Ultra Nightmare is pretty much Iron Man mode, or whatever it's called, like hardcore mode. It's Nightmare, but you die and your saves get destroyed, which is insanity. I don't know. You die just randomly out of nowhere in this game all the time. It's weird. The new Wolfenstein also has this difficulty where you only have one life, basically. And I cannot fathom how it is possible to beat either of these games without dying. But people have done it. People have beaten Doom without taking any damage, I think, even, and with a pistol. So, like, people are crazy, okay. And I guess it's good that there are things in games, there are features to accommodate the craziness. I guess it's worse than the Nightmare mode from the original Dooms. Ultra Nightmare here. But the proper Nightmare is just, you know, really, really damaging monsters. And I guess that's pretty much the difference. I don't know if the monster numbers are different. They might be.
Well, people love to play Iron Man, so yeah. I guess it's cool they just hard-coded it into the game.
No, well, I mean, yeah. I would have... I don't know, that's just the whole game. That seems a bit far-fetched. I would just have no saves and levels, mostly. That's the hardest I can go. And I guess in games procedural...
I'm too loud, Antroid.
Oh. Well, before I do anything then, let's see if I can actually... if I can actually bring the thing back to how it used to be. Bring the OBS. Okay. This says voice meter, but this will have. Stop eating there. That's disgusting.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn my mic off.
Okay, I think this should be okay. There's me, blah blah blah, separately. Hippocat say something without eating. Okay, I think you weren't actually at all. Code by OBS, damn it. Hello, Dr. Pepper. Fuck. Oh well, actually, probably this will work. Okay, say something again without eating.
Something again without eating.
Okay, hopefully this was not as loud as before, because it's a different thingamajig here in the mixer, which has...
Well, since I can hear myself, I can tell you that it is quieter.
Okay, thank you, Hippocat. Okay, good. I think I just returned it to how it was, so... we can go. So you walk eternally through the Shadow Realm, standing against evil, where all others falter. May your thirst for retribution never quench, may the blood on your sword never dry, and may we never need you again. Korak Center 717. I guess it's kind of some sort of devil bible or some shit, I don't know. By the way, before we even start, unlike Dark Souls 3, the lore in this game is actually kind of interesting, so I'll be reading all the entries that I find. So, get ready for a lot of text in our action game here.
Doom has lore now. What
Yep.
is this madness?
Brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
Here we go, the infamous quick start. I might need to lower the game volume a little bit. There we go. Headshot, bitch. Oh, and that... I think I will be killed. Yep. So, this is a nightmare.
Damn, you survived for like a whole lot of 5 seconds.
This is nightmare, and I think he's doing something inappropriate. Load from checkpoint. Wow. Well, in my defense, the first time I played this on Nightmare, I didn't actually die to the first zombie, I died to the first imp. I think I was too focused on saying headshot, bitch. So basically, 2 hits and you're dead. Then, to be fair, I don't have my suit on yet, so... that might factor into it as well. But yeah, so everyone was praising how this game starts, no nonsense, just almost no cutscenes, immediately you're in the action. But, as soon as you kill the first 2 zombies... there's our cutscenes, a little bit late. I guess they don't count anymore. And we can't exit, we have to listen to her.
We have to contain this.
So Hippocat, you can probably immediately see the difference from all Dooms. The UAC guys, whoever they are, scientists, workers, I don't know, were kneeling down and pretty much worshipping the sarcophagus where I was laying, apparently. So there is a clear change in the UAC's attitude towards hell and hellish things, but we will observe this as we proceed. Let's get our suit. Oh, and of course, demonic invasion in progress. Also everyone's favorite.
Cool. Press OK to press cancel to cancel.
I have no idea what I just said. You'll have to repeat it after this loud cutscene. And this looks like Metroid Prime all of a sudden, but then our helmet just goes away.
Well, it would be annoying to have it like all the way, just blocking the view.
Yeah. It would fit a certain type of game, but not this one. So yeah, how about our quick start right into action without any cutscenes or anything? Immediately we get this long screen where we get a little bit of an exposition done.
I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Doom guy isn't particularly thrilled about working with Optimus Prime, so he just shoves the thing away. Luckily it's on a flexible arm for some reason. But yeah, that's just I'm just ribbing a little bit. This game is great, but some things people say about it aren't necessarily the most true of things. For example, how we start with actually some cutscenes and shit when people say we don't, but you know, that's still minor and much less than Doom 3 was. And I guess I do like the start of Doom 3, but it's a fair point that Doom 4 starts way faster, already in the middle of things. Hello, Touchdown.
Hello.
Okay, hello, Hazmati. Yes, I finished this game, I think, twice at least. I finished it on Ultraviolence and then recently on Nightmare. So, at least I'm not saying it's blind, not claiming it's blind, but Hippocat hasn't seen anything beyond the trailers from E3, so this is one more of those situations where I'm just showing him a game. And I guess those of you who might not have seen it or played it. There's our quick kill. Or glory kill as they want to call it. I do appreciate how quick this is. And it's pretty satisfying, pretty useful in combat, because when you do that, enemies drop a bunch of health for you. And sometimes even armor.
Well, I don't know, I got tired of that animation like after the second guy.
Well, I guess when you're just watching without playing, you actually pay attention to animation, because I didn't even see if that was the same one or a different one. But get
well,
ready.
it doesn't really matter if it was the same one.
Yeah, get ready for me doing that to like every second enemy in the game, because you know, health always important. And if you don't do that, the enemies kind of I don't want to say revive, but it feels like they get a little bit of health back if you don't finish them whilst they're in that state.
They glow in a completely fucking stupid manner.
Well, it's indication. I'd rather watch for the glow than for people just staggering about. It's useful. There's our shotgun. Okay, let's read a bunch of shit. See, there is codex. Actually, there's a lot of stuff in here, but for now, let's just read about everything. The use of shotgun disperses a spread of high-velocity buckshot for maximum. This is lore. Maximum impact against the enemy. Ideally suited for the operative who requires a speedy response for deadly close encounters. The wide coverage of this weapon loses impact at long range. The weapon is forged from high-quality titanium steel alloy to ensure maximum reliability, repeat rate, and yield strength. Yes. No, Hazmati, I really don't want to actually have to look for enemies that are in a state of dizziness in order to do that to them, and especially not because the glowing also indicates the range when you're in range to do that. Hell, I'm not having to deal with that without the glow. Screw that. Every UC employees provided standard UC AMG energy matter gel sidearm upon promotion to tier 2 and above. This sidearm is reliable and effective at short range. A gravity gear dynamo in the stock charges a capacitor whenever the operator moves. When the weapon is fired, the capacitor compresses up to 4 megawatts of urgent energy into a hardened plasma gel and launches the slug at high velocity. The gel slug has the same impact properties of conventional ammunition, making the weapon act and feel like a standard ballistic firearm. Basically, it's kind of the Serious Sam magic pistol, but in a different skin. The weapon is constructed thermally diffusive metal alloys, which allow it to discharge rapidly and repeatedly without overheating or compromising the accuracy. Capacitor and MG can also be upgraded to contain. Okay, you know what? Maybe
holy shit, this lore! Yeah. I'm so happy I know now how these fantasy guns work.
Well, you know, maybe you can use this knowledge in real life some way. And yeah, Touchdown, there are tons of animations, but sometimes when you're tasked in a level for a bonus point to use, like, to get 5 of them, 5 different animations on this anime. I actually do sometimes get a bit of difficulty with that because I guess I just do not think of some of the angles you can approach. The Possessed. Arcaded in Lazarus Way event phenomenon, you know what really appears. I know there are some interesting entries, so I think I'm not going to read everything because this is going to be a lot. But basically these are people. There was a big shockwave of hell explosion bullshit and it turned people into this. Not to be territorial, dormant state. An interesting behavior has been seen when possessed are held in small groups who drag human corpses to a central location within their holding pens and then perform a silent ritual around the pile of bodies. The resulting ceremonial site appears to be initial stages of a gore nest. These actions must be driven by telepathic communication with higher ranking demons, as there is no local brain activity that could manage such choices. Blah 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 blah. So basically they are creepy. Tutorials we'll just skip. Artifacts. I am an artifact. Actually, that's just my suit. But it's an artifact. And, you know, this part is... The part about our great heroes lore. That's actually the most interesting. Apart from some characters and monsters here and there. Additional relics were found in the tomb alongside the Doom Marine. Some Some incantation tablets and an ancient combat suit which was given a name the Praetor suit. When found, it was encased in an inscribed stone tomb. The suit was extracted from the rock, cleaned and subjected to numerous tolerance tests and found to be almost impervious to any damage. Bullshit! I'm hella pervious to damage. It appeared to have some mechanical function as well. Small receptors on the gloves and chest plate that attracted urgent plasma and dissipated it through capillary blah blah blah. Maximum armor all consisted with images of a man or humanoid seen in several of the tablets and stones found on other expeditions. The same markings were also noted on the Helix stone. Despite it being clear this can be activated some way, no method has been found to do it. Appears to a missing component, likely the Doom Marine himself. So I am not from this earth. I might be a human, but I'm from some other fantasy world that hell had conquered before. That's the basic gist. So unfortunately, this is not a sequel to Doom 64 as I hope. Okay, let me quickly read the chat there. Finish the game and another story. Make sequel. You know, Hazmati, I think they are probably finished with Mars. I feel like Hayden might... Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna just outright talk about the ending here. But I think I would personally... This is more of a preference than opinion. I would really love if they moved to Earth and Earth was like this cyberpunkish, futuristic, like Fifth Element style city, or like the cities in Star Wars with flying cars and huge skyscrapers, metal just rows and craziness, because that would first of all really fit the technology level of this Mars base, and second of all it would be hella cool to have those places and, you know, corrupted by hell and shit. Well, touchdown, those people haven't read all the lore, I believe. Also, this skeleton is a bit derpy looking. Oh well, time to get murdered by imps. Yeah, touchdown, I thought so originally, but after reading everything, I think everything indicates that we are from some other realm.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown.
Okay, you know what? I'm lowering the volume a little bit, just a little bit, because I cannot hear myself think. Here we go, red barrels, and I will immediately seek out an upgrade that makes me immune to red barrels, because that's a thing, and I really want it. Some armor and shit before the fight starts. I guess I could kill all of these fuckers. Headshot bitch, headshot bitch, headshot bitch. Ah, no, that was a fail. There we go, headshot bitch. Headshot bitch, headshot bitch. Headshot bitch, there we go. There, I appreciate that there are different models here. Some of them have proper skull, some of them have the hole in the head like the one in the menu and in the intro. So they have variety, and that's cool. Anyway, shotgun is on number 2, which is Quake-like, I guess. Hazmat, I think they just didn't care about modeling hair, to be honest. Kinda fits that all the cultists in here in the OAC will be bold. Also, my button for the glory kill is a regular melee, like fist strike, but don't really often have to do it, as it doesn't do much damage at all.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown imminent.
Yeah. Fucking die. Okay, I need some more shells. Yeah. You will see how terrible at aiming I am, because I am just sometimes unable to finish moving my mouse properly into the position it needs to be. At least these assholes don't lead their shots as much as in some games. Ah! Okay, you see there, one fireball and I'm like at half health. Not to mention that I had armor even. And the medkits barely even give you anything, so this is gonna be tough. And I will regret my decision to start at Nightmare on Nightmare many times throughout this playthrough. But them's the breaks. Where's this guy? Oof! Well, you see there we go. And I nearly had it done. They sometimes throw, I guess Rims in Doom 3 also did that when they had a longer wind up and the fireball flew faster. And they do that in this game as well, but in this game it also means that the fireball is like hella damaging in that situation. Yeah, well, the game actually gets easier as you go. When I played on Nightmare my first time, I started dying less and less, and I don't think that was anything to do with any skill. Mostly because you get slightly more health, you get better weapons. Even if I had just my... Come on, die. Just my assault rifle machine gun thing, I could probably have killed everyone much easier. Okay. Actually, I should probably pick up one of them. Yeah, touchdown. Nightmare is basically a nightmare, appropriately enough. But I've done it once. I might be able to do it again. It does say that you are unable to turn it down. I think it did say that. Oh shit, I better avoid barrels or they will blow them up for me. For me, with me. Basically, you need to play really well on Nightmare, so we'll see how it goes. I don't really want to get stuck. And I think you are somewhat invulnerable during those animations. They aren't like very good protection because they will put you in situations where you end the animation and everyone has surrounded you.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown imminent.
But as the animation itself is playing, I think you don't get damaged. You get damaged immediately afterwards though, so you know. Okay, I feel like I need some of this shit before things go bad. Where is the... Oh! He climbed here after me.
Demonic presence eliminated.
Phew! Well, this went much better than my first Nightmare playthrough. I'll be honest with you, I died here like 10 times, maybe. I guess I'm concentrating more.
He cannot be allowed to leave this place. He would ruin everything.
Touchdown, do you mean just compared to the previous games, or did they update the AI in this game at some point, like in a patch? Because I think they always did that in this game, the leading the shots thing. But yeah, it's not too bad because you still can dodge everything by just moving to one side. You don't need to weave like a madman.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I really liked that little moment there. Hazmati, I don't think Doom had that much influence. I think if anything, it just allowed the makers to gauge what people perceive Doom as, which in my opinion is wrong, but you know. Basically they thought, ah, this must be what people want from Doom. I don't think they took the idea of the executions or anything like that, even though it's very similar. But yeah, this is Mars. We don't need any canisters or anything. How do you like this visual here, Hippocat? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
And also, impact compensation. Hell yeah. You can die from falling in this game, but you need to fall really far. And usually, also, I do appreciate that there are still canisters thrown about, but you don't have to pick them up. They're just here as an Easter egg of sorts, I guess. If even, maybe they're just random props, but I always thought these were just kind of a joke about the air canisters. And lots of green lights to show you where you can climb, where you need to go and stuff like that. And you know, when it's a game like this, I'm not really too against it. I better not step in the fire. I think you can still die in the fire. Lore. A brief history of UAC. Despite the discovery of liquid water on Mars in the early 21st century, the colonization of Mars had little appeal beyond exploration for the next century. With the discovery of the Argent Fracture, a transdimensional stream of unrefined Argent plasma, in 2095, settling and mining Mars became both practical and essential to meet the vast energy demands of Earth. However, the need for atmospheric conversion and terraforming of the Red Planet was a task that seemed insurmountable to all but one corporation, the UAC. Through their diligent dedication to technological advancement and forward thinking, yeah, well, this is really too forward, an outpost was established in MTC 2096 to extract Argent plasma from the fracture. When this plasma is subjected to the UAC's fermionic transference pattern, Argent energy is produced. This remarkable venture eventually bore fruit, as Argent energy became the primary power source for all of Earth. New visitors to the UAC facility may take for granted the rich atmosphere while on the surface, but it should be remembered that just a few short decades ago, Mars was an inhospitable desert that could support no life. Unauthorized exploration into the exclusion zones outside the base is not allowed under any circumstances, blah blah blah. Everything is really bad outside the immediate...
Boring sci-fi mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's mostly of interest to me because I wanted to establish if this ties with the previous Dooms at all, and I think it doesn't. Even, like, I could probably somehow connect it if I wanted to, but I think it's pretty clear that they are retconning everything, because it says the UAC just came to Mars and colonized it because of that fracture, which is like a hell thing, portal or something. No mention of any ancient civilization or excavation from Doom 3. And even though we as a marine were found in hell, it's not like a solid enough link to Doom 64. It's just slightly similar. So I think this is a reboot pretty much. Yeah, there's another combat situation there. And even though it's completely contrary to the spirit of the game, I do like to snipe the zombies because they are inconvenient as hell. And if I jump down there, shit's gonna start appearing that I don't need to deal with. Blah 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 blah. Let me quickly check chat there. Yeah, well, I mean, Mars versus Doom 3. I'm not against Mars instead of the Doom 1 idea of the moons, especially since the sky on Phobos was completely wrong. And if you were to do it now, well, I mean, if you did terraforming like this, you could still use the cool white foggy sky, and actually I wouldn't have minded if they did that, but you know. But yeah, I think as much it is implied that they made Mars mildly breathable, but maybe not everywhere. I mean, fuck it, let's dive down. Immediately go for the armor. Ah! Barrels are pretty strong in this game. I don't know what I'm looking out of, but my head is separate. I cannot wait to get enough points to make barrels not dangerous for me, because we have suit upgrades and we have weapon upgrades and we have a bunch of database stuff that we've already read. I guess the possessed soldier is now here, but it's pretty much just, you know, security guard, zombified, standard stuff. I'm gonna get rid of all the exclamation points. Impact compensation. They do save whatever you picked up, which again, in this game I'm fine with that. I do like the older method of when you save your game, it saves your pickups, and not outside of that. So if you load the previous save, the pickups are unpicked up, like in Super Metroid, but you know, this is a sort of game where you just want everything to be convenient. Okay, now I noticed that barrel ahead of time, so I'm just gonna do that. The soldiers are also quite fond of doing the bullshit thing where they fire a single really strong shot. Luckily they give a little bit of health even when you don't glory kill them. Yeah! Fuck! There we go, there's Nightmare. Yeah, Hazmati, especially if you don't play on Nightmare. That probably, you know, I think ultra-violence must be the most enjoyable way to play this game. Unless you are good at it. Which I'm not. But maybe I will... I don't know. I think the game gets better not because I get good at it, but because we do get better weapons, more health and armor, and stuff. I shouldn't have forgotten how to play it in the couple of days that have passed since I finished it. Actually, no, it's not a couple of days, maybe a week or two. Still, though, it's not really something you forget that easily. I guess maybe I'm not used to taking the lighter enemies seriously by the end of the game. Okay, the zombies don't deserve any sort of consideration. Yeah, what? Where am I even looking? I better not get killed as I'm climbing though. That's annoying. Oh shit, low ammo. Well, there is some ammo. Shit! Fuck! Die! Okay, that was slightly terrible. Ugh! I'm stuck on something. Ugh. It's scary. I think one hit from just about anything will kill me. Right now. Oh, no. I'm alive! Shit. I'm gonna get dead so hard. Ah, health please. Health please. Oh! This will not be even remotely enough, but you know, at least I will feel better. No! Need glory kill, there we go. It's really easy when you're running for the glory kill to completely forget to dodge shit. Ooh, scheiße. Ah, there's that shot, that explosive, slow-moving shot that they do. Oh, I'm out of shells. Well, that's not great. Give me some shells. I think I saw some. Yeah, there we go, there are some shells. Good fight with the pistol, but I'd really prefer not to. Fuck you, don't you dare discharge that bullshit. I'm sorry if my camera movement is jerky, but that's just how my mouse, in combination with my diploma, which I use as a mousepad, is. Okay, I think... Ah! There's still someone. Well, luckily there's a barrel. Now I think we're safe. Yeah, okay, checkpoint reached. Oh! Well, you know, Asmati, I bought this computer for 125,000 rubles, so, you know, you gotta make sacrifices. But I think I can afford it like once in every 6 years or so. Hey, guess what we need? Unfortunately, level design is rarely anything like the old Dooms. There are 2 levels in this game, I think, precisely. Level 3 and level 4, which are open and sprawling, but most of them are pretty freaking linear. But it works well enough for this game. Hell yeah, sniping, sniping, I said. Fuck it. Luckily, keycards always happen to be on corpses of similar color. Okay, and where is that ledge? I will try to look for secrets, but I cannot promise anything. That's the collectible that doesn't do anything. I guess actually it does something, maybe. I think you can, like, yeah, view models and shit, but who cares about that? Oh yeah, by the way. Somewhere over here, yeah, there's a map. Map makes these levels look much cooler than they are. But it's pretty handy. And one of the other suit upgrade directions here is to have items and stuff show up on automap from a longer distance. So it aids in finding secrets. But really, the only thing worth examining here, in my opinion, well, I guess I could go for these as well. Dexterity is not quite as important. But first of all, I'm gonna go for environmental resistance, because I really want to be able to blow up barrels as much as I want. Grenade. Grenades, I barely use them. There are several types of grenades, and I think I've only ever used the first one that we get here. They are kind of a separate thing from normal weapons, because they are just infinite, but they recharge. So they are kind of like an additional thing you get. You can see the recharge down there. It's actually pretty slow until you pump some points into that. By the way, interesting thing here. I hope I can get to it somehow. I don't remember exactly how to do it. Well, let me kill the zombies first. Actually, I should have probably not gone with the headshot, because I could get some health over them. Interesting point here. This is not a secret, but they did put some stuff. Yeah, there is a way to climb that from that jump. And they put some stuff on the ledge that seems pretty inaccessible, and is not a secret. Somewhere over there, I think. Or maybe there. No, I think it's over there. There's some like armor shards. It feels like they just figured, maybe it'll be possible to climb there, so we'll put a reward. But we will not make it in any way mandatory to find, even if one is hunting for secrets. Get touchdown. Though, I actually, you know, I keep forgetting. Level 3 is the Foundry, right? Or is level 3 the other place? Because I think level 4 might be my favorite. Yeah, Hazmati, I think that might happen, but I think I got pretty good at it at some point, so... Ah yeah, you can just climb over the railing. This part is actually harder, because you need to walk on this. This is some painkiller shit. Painkiller level shit. And as you jump there, you need to angle yourself perpendicular to the ledge so that you grab it. Or you just make the jump. Okay, so there are 3 armor shards without any reason to be here, other than just, you know, this is a platform that you can theoretically reach. I would have preferred something cooler, but you know. Reminds me of Mario Odyssey, because they put a bunch of coins in parts that can be reached if you really exploit the jump that you get and do really risky bullshit moves. So they cannot really put moves in there, but coins are just extra things. So they can afford to do that and put a bunch of coins in everywhere. Maybe they don't even, maybe sometimes they aren't even sure if players can get there, but they are positive that someone will find a way. Yeah, Hazmati, I agree. Also, yeah, those shards only give you 1, and I guess that is kind of like the original Doom, but they really feel like they were going for slightly more powerful. I guess it's just because I'm playing on Nightmare. But considering how, well, like 1 punch from the zombie will get rid of all the armor that I have right now and half my health, seems kinda silly to then go around collecting them by 1. Reminding me of the first levels of Series M3 as well. This thing is of no consequence whatsoever. You can do nothing with it. There was one secret I kept trying to find in this level that I couldn't find, and I was sure that this had something to do with it, but it's just here, eternally moving. For some reason you still get boxes with grenades in them, even though they recharge. I guess if you don't want to wait for a recharge, you pick it up, but it's kind of weird. Automap. Touchdown. Oh shit, that's not the melee button. I don't know, touchdown, does it kill them on one hit on Nightmare? I guess maybe it does. I'm just not confident about approaching them when they're still alive. Yeah, Hazmaji, that would... I mean, they kind of carry the tradition over to Wolfenstein games where you pick up fucking thousands of helmets. Okay, so we get this flash card or whatever. And it's a suit upgrade point. Decrease explosive barrel, but I want this, barrels of fun. So I'm gonna have to put some points into this. I guess I'll need 2 and then maybe 4, but you get those a lot. Weapon self-damage is also a good thing to decrease, because I suck at not using a rocket launcher. Okay, I'll do that touchdown. Shit, actually I am kind of afraid here. There is a bit much of them, a bit many rather. Where's the other one? I do remember doing that on Ultraviolence. Ah yeah, I guess it does put them into that state immediately. Didn't execute them though with one hit. They do have some health. Okay, so here is the secret that I could never find in this level. Well, actually, let me kill this asshole and whoever else might be around. Shit! Yeah! Heh! So yeah, I don't think the glow is really intrusive in the midst of combat. It was only looking at slightly out of place in the beginning there because the zombies were all glowing immediately right as you approach them. Okay, if I fall there I will die. But yeah, prepare to get completely ripped out of the atmosphere of the level in a second. Okay, Hippocate, do you remember which switch I pressed first? I think maybe in this version...
I think the right one.
The closer one, I mean. As you enter, like the closest one.
As you enter, the one on the right.
Okay. I don't like right and left. I like close and far. Okay, this is right? Yes. Man, what the hell, like 10 medkits shouldn't give you +1. That's BS, also I didn't really need the switch at all. But yeah, this, you know, in Wolfenstein 2 they did a good job recreating the original game in the game. In this one, the only thing I can say positive is that the lighting, this thing is kind of better than it could have been, but overall these levels I think are pretty shit. In terms of recreating the... Like, what the hell is this, for example?
At least in New Order, Blazkowicz went to sleep. But here it's just like, fucking right here.
Yeah. But you get the option to play this level separately. As you unlock the secrets, you get them from the menu, and there are full levels. And let me tell you something, friend. Like, the zombies, the security guys, are so fucking dangerous. And pinkies, holy shit. And they place the enemies as they were placed in the original levels, so they are fucking impossible. I could not beat Underholes. at all. Like, I tried for half an hour, I couldn't beat Underholes. Let me quickly read the chat. Hazmati, I like the one in Wolfenstein 2 because it was an arcade machine you just had in your submarine, and it did the engine, the graphics, the best out of them all. And it was a legit game, and they even reskinned it so that it was a Nazi propaganda game, so you were playing as a Nazi and you were killing American soldiers. The funniest thing about that, I heard that the German phrases they originally uttered when you killed them, or like Mein Leben, didn't really fit the situation of dying. And I think they kind of acknowledged that, so in that version of the game, which was called Wolfstone from Wolfenstein 2, basically when you kill one of the enemy types, they die and say, "Why? I never!" Which is fucking hilarious as hell. Okay, there's the little machine that flew around. Weapon upgrades. So, I like explosive shot more. This thing, I guess this is... I think it is 3 shots almost immediately after another, but you really need to keep your aim on a monster for all of them to hit, and I really don't see the point of that. I prefer explosive shots. But you can get the other one as well, if you find more. Also, I'm not... I don't really approve how the Doom guy punches this little guy, because he didn't do anything. But yeah, the only good... I think they had these levels in Rage, they had these little callbacks in Wolfenstein New Order where I do like when they put the like new versions of enemies and your character with the level design from the old games to see how it would compare. But it looks really shit usually, because they don't really bother recreating the graphical effects of everything. But I feel like in Wolfenstein 2 they just straight up just emulated the thing, because it just looks really like the actual software rendering engine. But yeah, even though levels are linear, they do have various ways you can walk through them and secrets and shit, so it's not as bad as it could have been. Welcome to Mars. New advocates, welcome to the UAC. This guidebook will serve as your personal guide fitting in at the Argent facility on Mars. Your devotion to the UAC's mission and the foundation on which we achieve the establishment of a new paradigm to move humanity forward into the future. Or is the foundation, I guess I read it wrong. Tier 1 advocates may take some time to adjust to life on Mars, but with faith and dedication you can look forward to a long and fruitful career as you work towards full induction. Your transition to Tier 2 status will be judged upon your actions here. Make a good impression, new advocate. And instead of scrolling this, I think I'm scrolling YouTube accidentally. Also, this glitch apparently is still here. The scroll bar here doesn't work until you click out of the entry and back, and then it completes. This guide will update automatically as you access new areas of the facility. Expect more helpful hints into the UAC way of life. And as we say here on Mars, power from the people.
Землю рабочим, фабрики крестьянам.
Pretty much. Actually no, not at all, but you know. They are kind of religious here. In this version of the UAC, they are straight up like Satanists. And not in a good way either.
How can you be a Satanist in a good way?
Well, wasn't there that version from that La something guy, which was fairly recent, where it's just basically, you know, like, live for yourself and don't care about any afterlife or anything like that, basically just, you know. I read somewhere someone put it as like atheism, but if you want to be edgy about it. It's one of the meanings of the term. Okay, there was a secret somewhere about here. On the outside. Ugh, fuck! Well...
Rip.
Oh. I... impacted my compensation. Hazmati, what does that mean actually? I don't know German, so you'll have to tell me what that means in order for me to understand why it isn't appropriate. Okay, it saved after I killed those bastards. Which is nice of the game. Yeah, no. Where should I go? I guess I'll go higher. I barely have any shells now, I notice. Not the best position. Is this an explosive barrel? No, luckily it was not. Wow, that guy survived.
Good thing you checked while standing right next to it.
Yeah, I think I kinda knew that it wasn't explosive. Ooh, shit! Ooh, fuck you and your fucking mega shots. I don't want that. Okay, there's an additional grenade if I need it immediately after throwing one. Kinda wasted, but whatever. Okay, you are just regular zombies, so I'll ignore you for now. I need some shit. Aha! There we go. Well, Hazmat, you know, maybe it's like Marines! Look! There's the guy, or, you know, something like that. That didn't make much sense, but you know. It's kind of funny though, they obviously had at least like a German dictionary somewhere. Otherwise,
maybe they are all just drunk and just seen double.
Yeah. There's several Marines, yeah. I mean, yeah, they obviously had to have some sort of dictionary, otherwise they wouldn't have known the words at all, unless they really just, you know, knew some German words and decided to just put them. So it's kind of weird that they didn't bother going for the appropriate ones. I like how they're. I just noticed the ribcage is has some sort of cut on it in front. And I'm just too good with headshots. I wish one of those guys went into the critical mode, but I am just killing them. Okay, where are the fuckers with the machine gun things? Explode that right away. Good choice there, mate. You too. Shit. You know what, I will say though, I am doing hell of a lot better than I did my first Nightmare playthrough. And probably my first Ultra Violence playthrough as well. I think just having to perform for 3 people makes me focus on this more than I did when I was just playing by myself. Which normally would go in the opposite direction. Usually I focus less when I stream, but you know. Okay, I got all the stuff, looks like. Let's go. There wasn't many secrets on this level. Actually, before I leave, I would probably benefit from picking up all the stray health and shit. Even though it won't last very long. But still, there are some shells here. Ah yes, there was one more place in here which I guess doesn't count as a secret. Weird forklift for no reason. There's the health, I'm gonna have to go around. The mobility, I will say, the mobility is really cool in this game. There are so many places you can go and how easily you can go there. Okay, there we go, there's the thing. I think I spent a bunch of time trying to climb onto that rail, make the jump somehow. But I couldn't. That was before I found that lever, because I didn't know you could just have levers that don't really stand out of the environment. And they would be secrets. A whole bunch of shit in here as well, and I think we're done. I guess they made the triangle the A in UAC. Yeah, touchdown, I agree. It's really cool to have this mantle ability. A bunch of games did do that, like Unreal 2 did that, a bunch of games have mantling, but I kinda hope it becomes mainstream. Like Wolfenstein could have used mantling. I'm wary of all the red lights here.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
I think that might be outdated information. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, everyone. Well, I mean, Olivia Pierce isn't bald, and we do kind of meet her in a way. But she has really short hair, so they really just didn't care about modeling hair, I think. It's kind of like everyone in Series M3 has shades, because no one cared about modeling eyes and animating them. Broken free from imprisonment, pitted against evil, the cycle begins anew. To discover the cause of demonic invasion, first locate and align the communication satellite in the resource operations facility. I think there's gonna be some talking here in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
That is really stupid. I'm not super against the idea of weapon upgrades, even though I kinda wish the game didn't give you challenges that you have to fight specific ways to get the upgrades, because that kinda distracts from just, you know, being free to fight however you want, obviously. But the idea that this AI activates in my suit some sort of bonus reward system, that is a bit stupid, but you know. Does it sink into the... which door? I guess this one. Did this one sink into, or did it open upwards? I don't know. There is a bunch of things like that.
Offline. All entrances not operational.
Vega, actually he is a straight up, a legitimate character here, kind of. Not just, you know, this voice that will tell you some mechanics. Running the urgent facility takes a lot of power, not just electrical mechanical power, but computational power. With so many independent systems feeding off a single power source, the USC decided it would need to create a central mainframe computer to manage not only the flow of urgent energy, but the day-to-day operations of a facility with over 60,000 employees. This mega-computer, the brainchild of Samuel Hayden, that's Optimus Prime from before, head of the UAC, would exceed the computational ability of any system before it, and more importantly, would be recognized as the first truly autonomous artificial intelligence entity. They named it Vega. I don't know why. Not gonna read about the grenades, unless someone requests it, because I don't think there is interesting lore about fucking grenades. Elite Guard. I think all it says is basically a bunch of cool people that got killed. Cybernetic augmentations. See, this is why I think the Earth should be more like Deus Ex, Human Revolution style. Like the Hong Kong several, or whatever, what is the city with the 2 floors. Basically, really futuristic. I would like Earth to be cyberpunk futuristic. That's all I'm saying. This place was a bit of a nightmare on my old monitor, because red really doesn't show very well.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational.
And that is really loud, because there's a bunch of zombies under there. I don't think I can reach any of them. So I cannot shoot through the grating. But you know what, I will say, the Doom 4 engine is fucking sweet. All this dynamic lighting somehow available. All the reflections and shit, this engine is great. And it runs really well. Really well. Well, I guess if you mash F and not just tap it, it kinda immediately goes into the execution.
Main power offline. All entrances non-operational.
Ah, the auto map doesn't have power.
Well, Hazmati, obviously it is shit. I mean, if like net neutrality disappears, and it only benefits like companies that sell internet and shit.
My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
I don't have too much of an opinion. Because I don't quite understand repercussions of it being gone for us here in Russia. I'm not sure if we'll have this situation where like you have to pay extra for full speed for certain like sections of the internet or something like that. That would be kind of shit. Yeah, there is no reason to support it unless you're making money of it as an internet service provider. But I feel like the shit with blocking that we got going here is maybe slightly worse.
You see, the problem with net neutrality is that basically nobody wants it out of people who like actually use the internet. And this vote on net neutrality is decided by like 5 people who probably don't know shit what they are even voting on.
Yeah, well, aren't a lot of issues having to do with... Oh shit, I don't think I've ever jumped down here. A lot of issues having to deal with like computers and shit decided by people who are maybe not quite as illuminated as they should be. They really, you know, I think the modern people, computer users, should have some sort of lobby in the governments. I wish they didn't keep looping Olivia Pierce's message there. I heard it. Yeah, Hazimati, I mean, yeah, if it was just access to sections of the internet for extra pay, that would be kinda sucky. This fucking zombie sounds. I am used to thinking of it as just, you know, your speed would be limited to certain sections of the internet, not just your access at all. But even still, I would probably, you know what, it would not be the end of the world for me. I would obviously wouldn't want it, but I think I can afford to pay a little extra if I need any of the websites that wouldn't be included. It reminds me of that I've been seeing like these adverts. I think it's about mobile internet, where in some of the service plans you have access to Facebook, Kontakte and several other social networks free and unlimited, but to get the proper rest of the internet you do have to actually like pay for the internet. And that's kind of similar but not even remotely as well, because it actually gives you extra and doesn't take extra away. But still. And plus also, if it's not like, you know, paying per megabytes or gigabytes downloaded, I would rather have to pay a higher price per month than actually having to pay attention to how much I am. But that doesn't actually have anything to do with net neutrality, so no, I'm bringing it up. I'm just gonna say it probably wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to the internet in my situation. Hazmati, I'm not sure how much, because I think when I switched my plan well, not recently, but earlier this year, I paid for like 2 years in advance. And I don't remember what the price was going to be. I used to pay 350 rubles per month, but it was really slow at that point. I think it was like fucking 15 megabytes up and 7, actually 15 down and 7 up or something like that. Some really silly. But you know, I didn't really need much more. I think I just bought the new plan for streaming. But I do get much faster Steam downloads and torrents and shit. Okay, how do
I pay like $10 for 100, unlimited.
I think the plan that I got was going to be like maybe 450 or 400 rubles, which would be less than $100 per month, but you know, still no, not $110, but still,
I believe in honesty.
I found it very fair.
And what will be your final the human
Possessed engineer. Every engineer in this place cares about some sort of blowtorch and also an open shoe, just for laughs. And it fused with them when the hell wave hit because it was very high temperature or something. So yeah, those guys, like the zombie men and sergeants, have nothing on these fuckers. These will fucking murder you in the Doom 1 and 2 levels. Especially if you remember how many of them are in underholes. That's just insanity, especially since you don't really get even shotgun shells in there. So yeah, that was a net loss. But I do want to find and enable as many classical levels as I can. Also, this texture is upside down, which never happened in Doom. Yeah, they really didn't spend too much time on recreating these levels.
You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them.
Ah, yeah, touchdown. I forgot that I have that, honestly. Because in classic maps you don't get any upgrades, I think, and I am not used to thinking about the classic maps. That's my excuse. Yeah, I think is what we have called glass fiber, or is it just some old cable thing? Keep a cat, I'm not sure.
Well, I think it is fiber.
Oh.
Because the fiber goes to your house, and inside the house this is just like regular, what's it called, Ethernet.
Yeah. So here's the explosive shot. You have to hold right mouse button as if you were aiming down sights. But that's how you activate upgrades, like weapon upgrade shots in this game. It's how I was using the charge shot for the pistol and shit like that, basically. Normally you don't have to aim down sights or reload or anything like that in this game, which is cool. And I think the explosive shot wastes several shells, if I understand correctly. Oh shit, I got hit by something. Ah, barrel! I'm not sure if that will hit. Ah, overcompensated there.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Yeah, Hazmati, that sounds rough. I'm surprised, but over and over everything I'm hearing makes it seem like we in Russia here have pretty good situation in regards to internet. Resource operations, and in that vision they saw the future, bold and powerful, and the many worked as one to bring the new order. I think this might be slightly communist here, the UAC, which is kinda interesting. Also I need to... Oh, I already had... Oh, I guess it's not what I found this one, but this one I might have just gotten by entering the level. What better words to inspire you as you set about initiating yourself into the UAC? Those who came before you and those you serve with all... What? With all, operate with the same goal in mind, the development of a new dawn for mankind. It is by this principle of teamwork that we will elevate ourselves to the next plane of existence. If you have any new suggestions to improve the work environment while working your tenure in Res Ops, please submit suggestion form WAD E1M4 to your command controller because E1M4 is command control. For those of you who don't know, also I've just scrolled my chat off screen. I should probably just use this to scroll the text here. However, It is imperative that you learn to accept the things you can change and follow the path that has been laid out for you. The service in ResOps is a test of your devotion to the codes. Should you be asked to submit yourself to an interrogation program or experimental treatment, you are expected to comply without question. Did I just say complain without question? Comply without question. If a fellow advocate asks you to engage in a dedication ceremony, say yes! If you see an advocate doubting their role at the UAC, bring it to the attention of an enforcer, so that they might receive the help they need. Don't be selfish. Tier 2 is for everyone, and Tier 2 is where you get the pistol, by the way, so... The Resource Operation Center, referred to as the ResOps, was one of the first facilities constructed at the Mars base after discovery of the Argent fracture. It encompasses several key areas needed to run the facility, including plasma extraction and processing, isotope stabilization, heavy metal and ore mining, artifact analysis, blah blah blah, Vega networking, basically the place that has a point. Yeah, touchdown the jumping deaths are pretty cool. Also, I am wondering though, because Samuel Hayden, the Optimus Prime fellow we heard a couple times, didn't actually seem like the kind of guy who would institute all this religious nonsense at the UAC. And this also mostly seems like Olivia's doing, because she is the one who has been helling with hell and really got zealous about the whole thing. So I am wondering if she had a lot of influence in the UC while Samuel was just kind of doing his own thing elsewhere. Or maybe she just had influence in like some parts of the base or some shit, I don't know. Stop! I don't know, Hazmati, I think they established this base because they discovered the tier in space-time or whatever, the Argent fracture, which was, I'm led to believe, the hell, like a hell portal of some sort. So, as long as the OEC has been on Mars, there has been a demonic presence of some kind. Might not have been fucked up when it was just, you know, an Earth-based corporation. Damn, my voice is losing itself now. Yet another of these unmarked bonus areas here. Which is really misleading in some cases, because you wouldn't really think to jump on that. But now that you have, you will think to do that later, and later in the game such places might have invisible walls. Not really super fond of how this game does some of that stuff also. Ooh, 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 ooh.
3P.
Yeah. Only slightly less tripping than the shadows and the smoke particles in Series M3. Or the leaves of the trees in Oblivion. I think Asmati, when we read so much map, when we see database for environments UAC, discovery version fracture, blah blah blah. So basically, I think this was discovered before and independently of the AUC, but the AUC was the one corporation that could afford to colonize Mars in order to do something about this Argent fracture. But they probably didn't know it was hell. I will say that, that's my opinion. But we will read more as we proceed with the game. We discover more lore. Yeah, I think you can get there later on that ledge, because that secret used to bother me.
We take pride in nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move up? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's soul harvest.
How cheerful. This guy had a tank for a head, which I don't know if I approve of. What's making this fucking sound? Okay, I guess someone's just hungry.
The UAC. The world is counting on us. How committed are you?
Yeah, Hazmati, I really, like, I don't have anything against people who don't read that shit, but I can't see myself not reading the lore, especially since I was always interested in how this game fits with the rest of them. And if it doesn't, how is it different and what's new in it?
And each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move up? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be?
Touchdown, I really...
So remember how in Doom 3 there was some like joke about some guy like ordering chainsaws by accident
Yeah.
or something? Is there anything like that in Doom 4?
I don't remember, I will be quite honest. Let me read about the chainsaw. Might say something here. There have been reports of this item being seen in the Argent facility, though there are no known uses for it. Security personnel have been made aware that this item has likely been smuggled onto Mars, and have been directed to confiscate it immediately. As there are no practical uses for it, it must be assumed that this item should be considered a black market enthusiast's weapon. I guess
that's not as funny as in Doom 3.
Yeah, well, you know. But to get back to Touchdown's latest message, you know, I actually don't like audio logs. The one thing I
fuck audio logs.
The Doom
It's
3
not
expansion.
like you can play while listening to them, because you still have to like stop and listen.
Yeah, and the Doom 3 expansion did away with most audio logs and replaced them with emails, and I really appreciate it. Wow, you can actually light up the dust, that's pretty cool. Never noticed that before. Yeah, I usually, you know, it's still audio logs, you still stand in place and listen to them because you don't play. And stuff like Bioshock games in Doom 3, I never ever go anywhere, proceed further. I guess you can do that while backtracking a little bit, but that's a very specific usage case. And I prefer to read at my own pace because I usually read faster than the audio log is played. Fucking explode! There we go. Those guys always just fly backwards when they die. Wow, I fucked up there colossally. But I'll bounce back from it. Hopefully. Oh shit. Fuck. Fuck. Yes, okay. Good. Oh, I missed everything and everyone. Yeah, what the? Stop jumping. Crazy, man, crazy. Well, now I can go make use of that health. Actually, I have 50. It's not as low as it could be.
We take pride in
Fuck it.
nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on?
So, the chainsaw. Speaking of the chainsaw, in this game it's slightly different. Because it is kind of a special weapon. It has ammo there, you can see the 3 red bars. And you can pick up oil canisters for it. It kills absolutely anyone you use it on in one hit, so it's basically like a glory kill, but without the requirement of almost killing them. And when you kill someone with a chainsaw, they drop a fuck ton of ammo. So basically, when you are just, I guess when you're just lazy, or when you really need ammo, you take this baby out and kill someone and get a bunch of shit, you can kill them with better weapons.
Access denied. Yellow security limits.
So like enemy drops depend on what weapons you're killing them with.
Denied.
Only,
That's kind of stupid.
only the chainsaw and the glory kills. Normally they just might drop some health and nothing else. But if you kill them with the glory kill, they drop more health. If you kill them with the chainsaw, they drop a bunch of ammunition. It's kind of like its own mechanic. It doesn't extend beyond just that option. Like chainsaw, ammunition, nothing else to it. Also, those fucking things kill you instantly, and I got killed there an embarrassing number of times. I'll have to confess. Yeah, touchdown. It does work pretty well. I do like the mechanic. And as for sense, you know, many things don't make sense. I'm fine with some exceptions to sense making. Like, in all of these games, I'm more than fine with pickups being, like, you know, the weapons, even if they spun around and hovered in the air, kind of like in Turok 2 or in Serious Sam. That, you know, or health pickups like that instead of medkits that are just, you know, there, like in Half-Life 2 or Doom, I guess, 3. I'm fine with some aspects of games being abstract like that. Okay, I think, judging by the lasers, yeah, that's the place where the containers move, so I should probably get out of the way. Is there something on this terminal? So yeah, that shit will just murder you. No, there's no terminal in there. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I feel like I want to climb on this somehow, but okay. There might be a secret, there might not be a secret, I'm not sure. Sometimes they just didn't count on you being able to get somewhere. Okay, I'm kinda sick of the sounds. Ah! Well, that negated everything I've just done. Well, I know how mighty trains are inanimate, but I challenge you to survive a train crashing through you.
Access denied.
Actually, I don't.
Yellow security clearance required.
Also, there was that recording. We pressed the button there and it showed the zombie stumbling about through this door. It's supposed to be our clue as into how to obtain the key, because keys are carried by people. And we need to follow that zombie that had a key on him. Also, yeah, I think that, yeah, touchdown, that I've noticed that as well. That's nice of it. Do I have any upgrade points per chance? No. Man, I thought I got more of them. Also, I might be able to upgrade my explosive shot. Ah, no, what? Speedy recovery, bigger boom, instant load. You know what? I think I will wait for the upgrades to the rifle.
Maybe it's Thomas the train Hazmati. Or was that like top engine?
Demonic presence at
I didn't
unsafe
explain
level.
war hearts, but basically sometimes you need to start the battle manually using this thing. You just use this and shit starts spawning and you kill it. And this is what the zombie entry was talking about, when they would sometimes like carry corpses into one place and construct this fucking thing, whatever it is. I guess it's some sort of hell portal actually. This looks like it goes into Titan's realm. A future level. So basically they make sacrificial things here, like these little fetishes that open miniature hell portals. And they spawn demons. So I guess that's a bit sensible. You know, spawning demons is pretty sensible, all things considered. I'm gonna get killed in this place because this is a tougher fight than most, but I do have a chainsaw if I need it. And by tougher than most, I mean in the beginning of the game. I think I remember this being difficult because it's a big open place and everyone just spawns everywhere. Yikes! Ah, no, fuck, yes. Yes, no, yes. Okay, maybe it was up because I never actually used the good old upgrades that you get. Okay, come to the barrel. You know what? That was kind of dumb of you, friend. I'm gonna bother with you. I don't need ammo, but I want to kill them fast. Yeah. Shit! Wow, yeah. Leading the shots. My mortal enemy. I will say it loads really fast. I don't remember if I have it installed on my quick hard drive there. Yeah! What the fuck are you doing here?
Demonic presence at unsafe
Well,
level.
shit.
Lockdown.
Not the best position to start from that pocket. Kinda wish the imps had just slightly less health, I'll be honest. But maybe I just need to aim better. No! No! What? How did I explode? Shit. Yeah. Yeah, this
You know
game
what?
is a bit difficult.
They just should give you health directly after executions.
They kind of do. You don't have to actually pick it up. It sucks itself into you almost immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the fucking point of even having those, like, bots there?
Oh, I don't know.
Demonic presence at
Actually, there is a certain thing on bosses, but bosses don't come for a very long time, so I guess I could just tell you. Bosses, some of them seem to have states of stun or something, where when you shoot them in those states, they drop a bunch of health. And you can be at full health and put the boss in a state of stun and get a bunch of health just lying in the arena. And when you get hit later, that health immediately gets absorbed into you, so you regenerate almost instantly. You don't even have to pick it up. And I found that very useful on Nightmare fighting bosses. Fuck, what? Already? Actually, I know what, fuck the chainsaw. Maybe it was my mistake to use the chainsaw because I was robbing myself of all the health bonuses. Ah, what? Someone killed me. Yeah, well, to be fair, I did say that this place was harder than most of the fights around here. And they touch down, I do agree. The main point is that these are pretty fast and they don't really interfere. Okay, that guy needs to die. Seriously. There we go.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
Yeah, go away.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
No! Where are you even shooting, man? Shit, I guess I do need to chainsaw a little bit. Nah. No! Fuck off! I need my help. No, no, fuck. Difficult. Ooh, health. This will not help me at all. There's barrels though, maybe I can use that. Where is the last guy? It might not be the last guy, because I think I heard the guy, the zombie guy shooting at me. Oh. Ah, there we go, there is a guy. Seems like he's running away from me. Where the fuck are you going, dude? There. I basically never use chainsaw normally, so it's nice to make some use out of it.
Demonic presence eliminated.
Phew!
Lockdown
Okay, that was tougher than
disengaged.
I wanted it to be. Okay, where was that place? I think it was up there. Well, let's ride the lift. Oh no, he's gonna be crushed. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this drone here because I will want this upgrade for the automatic rifle later. So, here is an example, by the way. I think it was about here. Or maybe it wasn't. Ah yes, you can't walk off this. There is an invisible wall, you can't walk off this because this looks really like a secret, like you would walk on this and go there, right? But no, it's not. You can climb here easily, but you can't get over any of this. So this is a bit inconsistent. But most times it's alright in this game. It's just there are places where it could have been done better. Oh, fuck off. Also, this is not a yellow door stuff, it's unlocked separate. I think this leads to that one ledge. Yeah. Above the chainsaw. So I need to unlock the security stations and then turn here. I have to say, I really like how they made the zombies in this game. Because they actually look pretty sinister. Because of the mutation. Okay, the yellow door, there's this yellow door.
Access granted.
But there was another yellow door. I need to make the trip over again. But not kill me. There was another yellow door here.
Access granted.
And there is where we disable the security additional doors thing. Gz, gz, gz. And now there was a hatch here that said something about security levels. Well, it kinda hurt me more than it hurt them. Yeah, loser. I also have to say, having played Doom 3, the expansion lately, I do like how they did that in that game. A lot of the fireballs, if not all of them, have some sort of minor splash damage. Because it's a very unfamiliar thing to have to deal with. And it kind of takes you back to the days where you were just bad at FPS games, because you didn't have to contend with such an variable as just, you know, not just dodge a fireball, but not stand by a wall or anything like that. And it really did a good job, for me at least, at bringing back the feeling of shit, this whole thing, I'm not very good at this. What do I do and how do I behave and shit like that. So it was a good innovative way to do that, to achieve that state of mind which you had when you first played Doom, presumably. But I'm kind of glad they didn't do it in this game, because, you know, it would have been a nightmare. Plasma rifle. Oh, you know what? Fuck the automatic rifle. I'm not even sure when we get it. The plasma rifle has a fantastic upgrade. And wouldn't you know it, I am just an elevator ride away from the upgrade point. I wish this elevator was faster. You'd think with all the technology they could afford a faster elevator. Or give me an additional set of stairs, maybe. I can't even jump on this, funnily enough. Okay, so the plasma rifle has a stun bomb, which I've seen some people put to great use, but I vastly prefer the heat blast, because this thing is fantastic. Pretty much you store some additional energy. You can see the bars around my reticle. As you shoot the gun, it fills up, later you can upgrade it so it fills up automatically, and you release it using the right mouse button and it just fucking does this shockwave that kills everyone around you. That's so useful. I know touchdown. I really used it a lot as an offensive weapon in my playthrough because of the heat blast. And it is a good spam weapon like it used to be. Like, it's a good alternative to the automatic rifle or whatever it was. I keep calling it different names every time. Or the... Is that the place or is it a different place? Basically, I use it a lot. I think it's a good weapon. Ah yeah, that's where the chainsaw was. This is the ledge I said would reach later. But yeah, I put it to some good use as an offensive weapon. I think it actually does decent damage. And the hit blast is just, you know, kind of OP. Ah, this is an additional secret. I forgot. I think I should have 2 upgrade points now, so I can decrease weapon self-damage. And I just need 3. Okay, just 3 more points and I will be able to explode barrels willy-nilly without any care for my own well-being. We'd have some of those rifle bullets there, even though we haven't even picked up a rifle yet. Actually, might as well go pick up the fuel. Some enemies require multiple shots of fuel. Like, you use the chainsaw once, but it takes away many of the bars instead of just one. And I think the bigger ones, like the Baron of Hell, this is like 5 of them.
The vast Hellas Plain impact basin. This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC. It's a commitment to the future of mankind. Thank you for your service.
Ah, and there's the rifle. The rifle is really good. And most people, it has upgrades for mini rockets and kind of snipery, whatchamacallit, scope. And most people pick the rockets I pick scope because that's just how I play games. But for now I will show off the plasma rifle, especially since the plasma rifle is on 3 and whatever this is, heavy assault rifle is on 4, which is madness. But that's just, you got to deal with it. Ah. Prepare to witness the power of the heat blast. Dead. If there were more of them, they would be dead as well. Yeah. No. Punch him. No, it's over. But yeah, that was Berserk, and I think Berserk is pretty cool in this game, you guys. It's pretty good. I like the hit blast because you don't have to aim. Oh shit. No, someone killed him.
I kinda like the sound of this assault rifle.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying. There was a medkit somewhere that I kinda wanted. It does hurt that the assault rifle is actually strong. Especially if you upgrade it a little bit. Yes, I can. Where is there even someone still left? By the way, this is how Quake 4 should have looked like. Yeah, touchdown, I agree. I've made great use of scope, but I also kinda did like the rockets when I tried them. I do forget to use the rockets way more than I forget to use the scope though, and that's my primary... what's the word? Like how I select what upgrade to use. By how I expect to remember to use it actually. How much. Okay, let me actually check about secrets. Oh, I missed one somewhere earlier. Let me see how the things are marked. I think the yellow things which are on doors are stuff that I haven't picked up. Maybe that secret is not actually earlier. Let me... Yeah, considering the two secrets very last, I think I know where the two remaining secrets are. Maybe they are just ordered slightly weirdly. Man, the graphics are great. Really like how this game looks most of the time. There's actually an invisible wall for no reason here. But let's not concern ourselves with that. Here's secret number 1. I don't know why, but he does that only to this one Doom guy. Maybe because it's his color. Now touchdown, when I first played through the game, I kinda was looking for secrets and I was left with the impression that they did show up more or less in order. Because the order was kinda helpful in telling me where I might have missed them, but maybe not all of them or not consistently. So there is the little... I can't call it a dish, the satellite prong thing that we were shown in the very first screen in the game.
Unlocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal and I'll give you what you need.
Motherfucker. I guess I need to scan the facility to find out the origin of the demonic invasion, but he wants me to do things his way. Because he's an asshole. Actually, I'm the asshole, I think, in this game. But yeah, hopefully the last secret has the last elite guard. Because I know where the
You're
agents
always the asshole Antroid.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, in some games I do play, role-play a good guy. Since games are for that thing, games are for things you don't do in real life and can't. So in some games, like where you have moral choices, I usually pick the good guy choices. I don't know what happens with the animations there, but you know, actually, yeah, the rifle seems to be stronger than the... like, hella stronger than the plasma rifle, but... I don't know. I have never felt underwhelmed by the plasma rifle. We'll see. We'll see how it holds up. Also, when I was berserking, you might have seen one of these guys with a blue kinda looking shield. And those guys are the bane of my existence. Because those shields are what? Are bullet sponges. Ah, shit! Fuck off! Bullet sponges to the max. You have like to sink a couple rockets in them. And those guys have shotguns and they kill you in about 2 shots if you don't notice them coming. So they are difficult and annoying up until the very end of the game, no matter what. Let's see. I look ready to cycle, yeah, just that. Ha! Using your partner as a mid shield. I think I will save up the hit blast for the next shield guard, because that's actually I think it's pretty useful for them.
Hey, Vice.
Hello, Vice. Woohoo! Oh no, it's not useful at all. Shit, save me, help me. Maybe I will just steal. Fuck! Explosive bullshit. Yeah, this was not the best plan I had. I wonder if the chainsaw kills them on one hit like every other monster. Surely it must. I will try that. At least they're not pinkies though. Pinkies can suck my everything. Oh, I forgot to pick up this thing last time. So it's actually, it was my plan all along. First of all, there's a thing on the thing. Possessed security, this motherfucker. Basically, I hate him. Oh. Oh no, you fucking don't, motherfucker. Explosives are good because you can roll them behind him. And most of the time it works. Ooh, bro, those guys are fucking dicks.
These shields look so weird.
What looks weird? The shield?
Those energy shields.
Yeah, it's a bit drony. Vice Commander, it's Nightmare. Which is the hardest difficulty short of the Iron Man one, which I will not at any point even try to beat. That's ridiculous. I also appreciate a bunch. This game has often these rooms that are just behind glass, completely inaccessible, and they can be somewhat interesting, like server rooms here and shit like that. It just has really good and detailed and really a lot of care went into the scenery in this game, which you wouldn't think because it's like a fast-paced action game. Oh, and there was another one of the ammo crates here apparently. But they put a lot of effort into this, and it shows, honestly. It's basically Doom 3 level of, like, I mean, even more than Doom 3 level of detail, but somehow they managed to expand that to a game that is much bigger, much more open spaces everywhere, and just larger levels. Oh no. Also, the worst part is his shield actually regenerates. You can see it changing color, but if you don't kill it fast enough, the shield will regenerate. So it will just soak up fuck tons of bullets from you. It's kind of weird to have like these very select monsters that you have to deal with in very specific ways, otherwise they will just murder your face. Most modes in this game are much simpler. Whoa, what? Much simpler than that, but... What? There was a window. But the pinkies and those guards, and I guess some of the mancubi are kind of assholes, because mancubi wear armor. This thing looks straight out of Doom 3. Actually, what's the point of this little room? I don't know, maybe just to have that infinite. Okay, so the last secret that I managed to miss on my first playthrough is this obvious thing here. Oh wait, it's not the... Oh, but I did get an elite guard somewhere else, okay, good. Oh, and since I have the upgrade that I actually really like, I will put some points into this. Unfortunately, you do need to activate all of them to get the ultimate upgrade here, and you will actually have to complete some challenges to get it as well. But well, I guess it doesn't matter since we'll have to pick them all anyway. And you accumulate the weapon upgrade points way faster than the suit upgrade points, which makes sense because there's a ton of weapons and upgrades for them, but only so many suit upgrades. I don't remember if there's anything down here, but maybe not. Actually, I do have everything. I don't have the Argent Cell, but it's a cryptid event. Prepare for exposition. And also everyone, let me just pause to say that. You see how that crate rose out of the floor? Everyone fucking walks up to the panel behind it and doesn't see the thing rise behind them, and some people just get lifted on it, and it's really weird.
Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
Demon tracking. So, I went for ammo on my first playthrough, first and foremost, because I kept running out of all the useful ammunition, but most people I've seen go for health. Armor is the most useless one, because there is way less armor everywhere, and there is less maximum anyways, and you get more health from stuff. To get armor from glory kills, for example, you need a special rune or whatever. I will go for ammo first. Yeah, I think I have enough health. Vice Commander, Nightmare is actually open right off the bat. It's just red, but it doesn't have a lock next to it.
I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you.
I made that mistake too, that's why I went for Ultraviolence my first playthrough.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Haig, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
Also, Samuel Hayden is a robot. Well, I guess more of a cyborg or whatever. Probably still has his own original brain.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Can I leave now? So that next level is the one from the trailer, the original E3 trailer. But hello, Spin. No, unfortunately it's not a blind run. I've beaten this game twice before, at least I think twice, maybe thrice. My memory is going a little bit. I'm mostly showing it to Hippocat, and whoever else in the chat might be not familiar with this game. I think I have understood that, not Touchdown, but you know, the other guy. Fuck, I can't scroll the chat. I hope no one is offended when I don't remember everyone's name, even though I mean I recognize you guys, but I don't remember who is who when there are certain details about you. But yeah, I think that the other person in the chat, our other friend, hasn't seen Doom 4, maybe? That's better. Oh shit, I accidentally completed all the challenges. I completely forgot that I had challenges to complete. I think today we will do the Foundry as well, and that will be it. Also, I guess I might as well announce now, since there's people in the chat. Tomorrow I will stream. We've decided that I will stream Metroid Prime, and probably the whole Metroid Prime series, because I've managed to make it run pretty well on an emulator. And even though I've seen the walkthroughs of all of those games, I don't really know the structure very well, obviously because I've seen them way long ago. And since Hippocat has been kind of getting into Metroid by unfortunately playing Metroid 1, then mildly fortunately playing Super Metroid and Future Fusion, maybe Zero Mission, we'll see. I think it will be interesting to show him how Metroid in 3D works and looks. And those are pretty good games anyways. I would have probably replayed them anyways. Anyway, back to the Foundry. With the satellite back online, the full scale and origin of the attack is revealed. Olivia Pierce, the Lazarus Project's lead scientist and cult leader, activated a hell wave and released hundreds of demons from their holding cells in the Lazarus laboratories. The devastation that followed has left the facility on the brink of complete destruction. Foundry reactors are in critical meltdown. Samuel Hayden, a survivor and head of the Mars facility, has offered you his help if you need it. You don't. You just need ammo and a way to stop the meltdown before it tears the base apart. That reads a little bit like they wanted to make the text like the intermission text style in the original Lumos, but just remember for one moment there, you don't. You just need ammo. I think things are pretty well melted.
After running more diagnostics on
already.
The active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the Foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
So this is a big open non-linear level where you need to find like what, 4 gore nests and kill all the demons, predictably enough. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that again, maybe. Did I not have maximum health? I might not have had the 100, but I think that thing will kill you in 100 as well. You know what? I might as well show you my favorite part of this level that I immediately discovered when I played it. I kinda missed my favorite part of the level, but you know. It's in that vicinity somewhere. Facility vicinity, yeah.
I thought Doom Guy gives like the Terminator a thumbs up when he drowns in lava.
I think I might have interfered with it by falling from my height. But yeah, pretty big open level, and I did like very much that you can just fucking go here, randomly climb on this bullshit, and there's armor in there. Ugh. So this level is pretty good, but it has kind of terrible checkpoints, I will say that. The autosaves on this level kinda suck. Don't really autosave nearly enough. That was more effective than I usually do with my grenades. I think that I kind of want to just roam around and kill the stragglers before I activate any of the hearts, because I can find some sort of checkpoint and it will at least save that I have killed a bunch of these people. Yeah, touchdown, that makes sense. It does kind of feel like that. I think the next level honestly is my favorite instead of this one, but this one is pretty good as well. How the fuck do I climb back up? I guess I just need to jump there? Or just go where I went before? I thought that was... I don't know why that is closed. I think that's like a jump pad there or a lift or something. What? There's people. Where do you come from? There goes my armor, but oh well. Also, judging by what I can hear from the music, I think this level's combat track is the one called Rust and... what? Like... Rust and something, and that's one of the tracks from the soundtrack I actually kinda like. Okay, you know what? I think I might not actually have the option to go anywhere right now. Weirdly enough, I guess I get locked into this... Doors are closed and everything. Yeah, touchdown, but... I didn't think that was the case, but apparently you do get locked in. New enemy type there. Oh, beautiful. Didn't really give him a chance to attack. He does laser beams basically. Well, that was like 1,000 times easier than I ever remember it being.
Reduced by 25%.
Okay. Berserk. The test subject exposed to the sphere. Hellraiser, the different kind of razor, but still. A student tactical foe that will engage enemies from a distance with a powerful beam on unrefined hell energy. It emanates from an armor-like protrusion composed of cartilage, whatever. I don't actually know what that means. Another stuff. Articulation of the cartilage allows the Hellraiser to focus its energy beam into a single charge shot that will obliterate anything that stands in its path. That's accurate enough. I guess you could read about the Argent Energy here. Early in the development of the Argent Accumulator, it was discovered that ancient plasma compressed into Hayden radius spheres, named after Samuel Hayden, would retain its structure when charged with enough radioactive isotopes. Once formed, if the surface tension of the plasma sphere is broken, the energy cache contained within will quickly discharge, energizing anything it comes into contact with. Argent caches were the forerunner of the Argent Accumulator, but their vulnerability to blunt force makes their use too unpredictable. There are still hundreds of these prototype. I don't know why they put the dash in there. Isn't that a single word? It is a single word. Argent caches to be found around the Argent facility and have become somewhat of a collector's item among UAC employees. That's a fucking shitty collector's item. Should you find an Argent cache, please report your finding to the departmental enforcer. Basically, it's a little like electricity ball thing. If you accidentally break it, it will turn you into a fucking hell zombie. Now, Chain Gunner.
What a collector's item.
Yeah, collector's item. Chain Gunner, I think they do not. I'm not 100% behind the ideology of like why the fatalities were implemented. They have spoken about it at length. Basically, they want the player to run into the midst of battle, to have the incentive to run into the midst of battle, which is to finish the demons and get health from that. I don't feel like that's necessary. I don't feel like that's necessarily Doom. I would have preferred Doom 1 and 2 style, more tactical things where monsters cannot just traverse the entire level like you can and move slower like the original Doom monsters do. But it works in this game, it really does. They are really fast and they are satisfying and they give you health, so there's a clear benefit. And I mean, they do finish the enemies faster than you would otherwise. The biggest point is that they're fucking fast, because that doesn't get repetitive or get any nerves or anything like that. They're just boom boom and they're done. Also, for the non-Russian speakers there in the chat, Chain Gunner basically said, asked if the glory kills kind of break the flow of the game. I guess the most accurate translation would be if they spoil the dynamic, but you know, I think those words actually mean slightly different things in English than in Russian. Okay, there is a secret somewhere in here. I don't remember. I guess this must be it. Suddenly rocket launcher. Thank you, but no thank you. A bit too early for the rocket launcher.
What a boring looking rocket launcher.
Well, it actually looks kind of fatter and better when you carry it for some reason. It looked pretty flat on there. Also, there is this thing. Yeah, I guess it's a game setting.
This just looks bad. 3D models.
I really couldn't play with this because I couldn't tell the fucking weapons apart. So I actually have to switch it back, but it's amusing to have. I know I've been wasting plasma on them, but whatever. No! A single imp is the scariest in this game than there have ever been, I feel. That's plasma ammo, by the way, the grenade looking things, for some reason. They're found all over hell. Despite their low stats among the demon ranks and their seemingly endless numbers, imps have unique characteristics in battle. Actually, now that I look at this model, it does have that exposed ribcage. I wonder if that was like a damage I have done to several imps that I have observed on them, where they had a large hole in here and exposed ribs and shit. Blah blah blah. Some prefer fighting from an elevated position, while others will rush their target and swipe at them with rather sharp claws. Walls and obstacles offer no defense against imps, as they will leap great heights and easily hang from surfaces. The imp is capable of channeling hell energy through its hands and shaping it into a projectile. As the imp channels the energy, airborne particles and debris are sucked into the maelstrom to create a condensed, superheated fireball. The mechanics of the imp's ranged attack suggest that they are actually a lower form of the summoner. Yeah, touchdown, there we go. Thank you for confirming that. I guess when I noticed that, it just happened so that the same damage was done to the nearby body, the next one that I looked at, and I thought that it was a part of their design. Okay, I think I'm through with this little maintenance corridor here. Got a bunch of shit, including the rocket launcher. Whee! Oh yeah, what are my challenges? Kill 3 of possessed with 1 explosive barrel, 3 death from both 1 possessed soldiers, and find 2 collectibles. Okay, collectibles should be self-fulfilling, but the other 2 I might have to actually put some effort into.
Warning, core temperature rising.
No shit. Yeah, I hope there are multiple possessed in here. Fuck. Yeah, I will try to save those. I think there is a gore nest around here that will activate most of the fights, so I will lead these assholes to the barrel. Come on, catch up. Did it say 3 or 2? Tab. 3 possessed. Shit, well I need all of you guys then. There we go, challenge complete. Now I need to pay attention to the soldiers that I kill so that I can perform the death from above on them. Yellow door. I feel like you can climb on that, but there is nothing. I'm not gonna try because I will probably just fall down. Okay, I saw that armor piece, I kinda want it immediately. I don't remember if armor in this game completely takes the damage as long as it exists, or if it takes just part of the damage like in the old ones. But I do feel like I remember armor was... Like I said, the upgrade of the armor is not the most useful upgrade. But just having armor is pretty good. So, okay, I guess I will have to do the jump again. So it is pretty useful. It's just upgrading ammo and health seems more useful. Alright, let's go get into that fight. Or, let's go get into this fight. I think I remember this one being interesting. Yeah, there's someone behind me now. What? No? Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, Vice Commander. Blocks all damage. Yeah, that. Oh, fuck! You are a bit too strong. Shit! Good thing I was in the animation, or that would have. Fuck! Killed me. Grenade, regenerate. Come on. Grenade. I guess I could just shoot him a bunch. Ah! Fuck you. I need to chainsaw someone. I feel like I've wasted too much. Okay, there's the yellow key that I will need in that place before I can get that armor yet. Shit's exploding, yo. There's our old friend, the Hell Knight from Doom 3. Nevertheless. He's pretty tough, initially. Yeah, Vice, I also usually shoot I kinda actually forgot I had rockets, honestly. I would have shot a rocket into him if I remember. But yeah, those guys are the worst. Second worst after Pinkies.
Reduced by 25%.
Okay, that doesn't do enough damage. Well, that was a special animation. Eee! Fuck. So the Hell Knights don't actually shoot at you. In this game they have melee attacks that have splash damage. Oh, well, touchdown. I guess that's a good argument for the stun upgrade for the plasma gun. I do still prefer the the hit thing. Actually, speaking of the plasma gun.
Threat reduced by 25%.
So basically these guys kinda fight like the white guys in... Almost kinda like the white guys in... Wow, that guy is gonna go get revenge. In Axiom Verge, they jump over you. You just walk under them. Let's stop fucking about and just concentrate on killing.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
So they aren't extremely tough, but you have to kind of focus on them until they're dead. Oh shit, the heat wave doesn't actually work through the shield. Well, rocket time. Yeah, they are kind of menacing, but you know, after you get used to stuff like Revenants and whoever, Mancubi, Hell Knights kind of become not as scary. Because they're actually like super easy to dodge. It's not like once they reach you, you're just dead, because you can just fucking walk under them. Fuck you, man, seriously. I guess I should be shooting the floor slightly behind him. Also, what's my rate of fire on this baby? Not pretty good, oh well. So I got the yellow keycard, that wasn't even a gore nest, but alright. I thought I remember there being a gore nest in this area, but I guess there isn't.
Ooh, collector's item.
Yep.
And you broke it. What a douchebag.
Well, that's Doom Guy for you. I'm gonna root power to my health subsystem. Yeah, I do seriously need to remember to do the death from above on the guards, because I... Fuck! I've been completely ignoring that challenge. Yikes. Where the fuck do you come from? The Blind Council is always watching you guys.
The ceiling cat is watching you masturbate.
Pretty much.
Stay focused. Stay committed.
Oh yeah, there is our Optimus Prime fella. Chairman of the UAC, born into the wealthy and powerful Hayden family, he completed his master's in theoretical physics at Oxford University. He showed prodigious talent in several fields including thermodynamics, electromagnetic theory and nuclear sciences. At a young age, he established the Samuel Hayden Foundation, a philanthropic organization dedicated to sponsoring young scientific talent and funding scientific programs in schools and colleges. His daunting intellect made him a prime target for the UAC, and they recruited him soon after he was appointed General Director of the Global Science Council, whatever the fuck that is. Samuel took over the leadership of the UAC a few months after the discovery of the Argent fracture, and immediately put the Argent Tower into production. During construction of the Argent Tower, Samuel was diagnosed with stage 4 inoperable brain cancer. Samuel was given 6 months to live. He dedicated those last few months to finding a radical solution to his mortality: cybernetic transference. So I guess he doesn't have his old brain, since the brain is actually the part with the cancer in it. Hell Knight. Hell Knight is a towering brute bred for combat deep in the bowels of hell. I don't know if I would like more details on the process there. The diabolical beasts are the prized gladiators of the demon horde. Relentlessly stomp towards their targets, smashing their massive fists into the ground to create a shockwave. It's like blah blah blah. Powerful legs, closing the gap. Kind of feel like there might be some interesting text in the rocket launcher, but later. Later. Aha! You're standing right next to where I need you. One. Oh shit. Biscuit. Yes, okay, this count. Dead. Ah, the Hellraiser there. Oh, that imp is mostly dead. Okay, hopefully there will be one more guard guy. Aha! I'm guessing there is nothing else in this weird place. Let's move on. Oh, scheiße. Oh, and you see, my chainsaw has 4 bars now because I upgraded ammo. You just pump him into whoever might happen to be behind. Kind of wasting my rockets here, but who cares? Actually, someone dropped a rocket. That was nice. Oh, I actually kind of want that guy mostly alive. Alright. Yeah! Scheiße. Auto map. That was really bad, but thankfully I missed. Basically, yeah, the hit blast is just a panic button thing a lot of the time. Wow, I didn't die there. That was a bit surprising. Panic button because it's an additional attack, that the kind of a desperation thing when you really need just a little bit more damage, or just to kill all the little guys around you. Ah, just the way around, I guess. And I bet I've missed a bunch of secrets, but since I have the auto map now, I'll be able to find them. Hopefully. I'm not sure I know which. I guess the white ones must mean I've picked them up, maybe? Because then again, maybe not. I picked up this guy in the crate. And I think I picked up this little piece here about Samuel Hayden, but I don't remember picking up this guy here. Which is, if you believe the map, weirdly somewhere in the pipe. Unfortunately, I can't really climb there. I guess you exit from the outside, wherever the outside is in here. Let me go. Weird, because I don't remember. Have I gone there? I don't think I've gone here. I haven't been in here. So yeah, this guy I didn't pick up. What the? You're lying, Vice Commando. This guy was white. That was the auto map that I picked up. Nothing that I have there is. I mean, there's the. I think this is the objective. Yes, objective. But I've definitely not had this guy. Or I don't think I've been in this place. Yeah, this is that other fight where I have to do stuff. This is the secret classic Doom level part, which I've apparently missed. Maybe Vice Commander, I have deleted both of my save slots before starting this. If it carried over, maybe it carried over. As I said, I played this game twice, and on my first playthrough I did find most secrets, if not all of them. Yeah, definitely not all of them, but most. That's kind of weird. It should have been per just current playthrough. Okay, touchdown, that's interesting. Okay, how do I get there without... I guess I can probably get back from the pipe. And I can always just drop here and go into this blue door. I think the blue area...
Your devotion to the UAC's mission on Mars is the foundation to our success. With you, we will establish a new paradigm and move humanity into the future.
Okay, that's probably the health station thing. Must have picked that note up. Okay, I need I guess a field drone, 2 elite guards, 3 secrets. Well, I will see before I go through this big door. I will see how much I have.
Have you filled out your UAC?
Because I think that's the point of no return.
See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
Yeah, okay, this was the one I would walk into. And going through this door spawns a bunch of shit, which is kind of weird.
Have you filled out your UAC accidental death and dismemberment form? See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
No touchdown. Actually, I have never tried the arcade mode. I don't really, I don't know. I don't see a reason to play that. Yeah, there's some crazy shit going on there. I better skedaddle.
Have you filled out your UAC?
Yeah! Didn't even notice that guy in time.
See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
I might try Touchdown. I didn't really play much of this game beyond the single player campaign. Yeah! I didn't know he would shoot 2 of them like that.
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
Injecting health.
Success. With you, we will establish a new paradigm and move humanity into the future.
Ah. This seems a bit glitchy. Okay.
Have you filled out your UAC accidental death and dismemberment form yet? See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
Yeah. Close. Close, please. Good old Doom sound. Okay, I know where the last gore nest is, obviously, but I do kind of wanna roam about. For instance, I need to get that classic level. The lever is somewhere in there. I found these levers to be the hardest thing to find in this game, because they really blend in very well. What the Where the fuck do you come from? I've cleared up this place before. It's nice that you can still do that kind of shit to enemies in this game. Good old dose of familiarity. Oh, Vice, you wanna play this before you watch? That's reasonable. Okay, where the hell would the lever be? The level itself is down there, so if I remember right, the levers are usually somewhere within eye sight, shot, whatever, line of sight. And usually in some stupid places like under the stairs and shit. Actually, the one at the next level, I don't remember where it is at all. I remember spending like half an hour looking for it and I failed. Also, do I have? No, I still have just 2. Oh, interesting touchdown. There. Where the fuck is that lever? all these railings and stuff. This is why I don't like modern graphics sometimes. Too much detail. I feel like this is what will open, so the lever can't be right here. Oh, I found it. Never mind. I was about to think whether I want... I will probably require your assistance in the next level's lever. That will be next session though, next week, since tomorrow is Metroid Prime. As I have just recently decided, but I really couldn't find the lever in the next level. I don't remember if I've ever found it. No, fuck off. Gah! Those things are fucking OP. And they happen a bit too fast for my reaction time. Yeah, I think the... Oh boy, I'm back here. This is what I mean when I say the checkpoints on this level are subpar.
75%.
Why did I don't know why they made this animation so slow. Also, okay, the Hell Knight might come back, but I'm just gonna escape into the level. So yeah, I think I haven't tried all of the classic maps, but I found. I already named it today, but I've forgotten the name. The second level of Doom 2, basically. I found that one to be by far the hardest thing in this game, and I haven't beaten it yet to this day. Okay, fuck it, just die. Wow, you are covered in blood. Nothing at all. No, fuck off with that shit. Man, this layout doesn't seem like it's that bad, but I always get lost in this part of this level. Was there a secret somewhere in here? Maybe not. Oh, I have maximum armor somehow, that's cool. Right, time to head out. Oh, that was a bit of a headshot there. This is interesting, you get to see the shape of this mesh they put on the floor with all the mess, melted bodies and shit. Right, let's go to the last gore nest. What do we have? Two secrets? I am not certain I know where they are. Let me check that little place down there before I go. I must have been here. I think it's those maintenance tunnels. Yeah. Definitely been here. Let me quickly make sure there's lore in here. I think I picked it up on this barrel. That collectible in there, that's... Actually, I might not have that collectible. That's near the blue door place. So it should be about here, under the stairs somewhere. Seems like it's somehow under these stairs here. Rather, this ledge just in general. I guess you can just jump down here, okay. I don't remember this secret. There we go, the challenge for collectibles. Oh, I could put some more points. Okay, so to get this last super upgrade I need to kill multiple demons with a single hit blast, which is pretty easy. Let's see, do I have anything? I guess I haven't actually upgraded other weapons too much. I don't remember the next weapon that I really want an upgrade for. Okay, one secret remaining, and I think it's the one here with an elite guard, but I have 2 elite guards left, which is puzzling. Let me quickly make sure. This is the one that wasn't yellow when it should have been. Don't see any more in the main level. This is the one you could see through the grating someplace, I think. So maybe there is an elite guard just here or something. Maybe that's the case. My memory is a bit shoddy, but I remember some things like that. The elite guard was like down there behind the grating there. Yeah, there we go. And there the guy is just right here. Tactical scope, lock on burst. You know what? Before I get the scope, I will purchase this. This is easily upgradable, but I don't think actually I will get opportunities on this level. Well, I might not have enough points to upgrade it anyways, but let's see. Quick lock, faster recovery. Basically you lock onto, well, it says what it does on the tin. No, it does what it says on the tin. You lock onto a guy, and when it's locked on, you shoot, and instead of one big rocket, it shoots several rockets that home into the guy. And I found it pretty useful against shit like revenants, because revenants are hella mobile. Congratulations, new advocate. If you are reading this message and you have been promoted to the Foundry Resource Team, if you were volunteered for the service, you are joining an elite band of Tier 1 advocates whose work and dedication keeps our mission running on all cylinders. As a member of Foundry Resources, you will have access to some of the most advanced equipment the USA has to offer, including Grip-Ton cargo handlers, Delta V jump boots, and Dino-Phasic elevators, like the jump pads basically. New members might want to consider applying for an exclusive team tattoo upon joining as a sign of faith in our science. Man, this is screwed up. Team tattoos are a mark of your tireless work at the UAC and can be requested by signing up for any of the Lazarus Wave case studies. I wonder if the tattoos are actually some sort of evil pentagrams. Please contact a Tier 3 Advanced Weaponry Technician to fill in your application for a pentagram brand today. Well, straight up, yeah. I think it might actually have something to do with the Revenants, as we will find out much later. The Foundry, blah blah blah, processes this actually is a lesser interesting. Med checks, and blah blah blah. Safety protocols. There we go. Wait, did I just... No, that was rockets. I just switched to the shotgun without even noticing it. What the hell is this? I am not entirely sure what that was, but it was something. I don't know what I... Oh, I threw a grenade. Well, shit. Ah, and I just exploded myself, but good thing is after you die, your thingamajigs you need to do in order to upgrade your weapons don't reset, so you can theoretically find a good place and just keep doing the same thing in there until you get enough of the thing. I kinda killed everyone here immediately, but For some reason here, the guard was actually shooting the zombies about here. I don't know why, but sometimes, occasionally, the enemies are fighting each other when you come in. Mostly it's just everyone is killing the zombies. Hi. Why do we care? Because we need a hand, as demonstrated in the trailer at E3.
Access denied. Warning, core temperature rising.
Don't think I can make this jump. No, I cannot. Yes! Fuck barrels. Now barrels are completely safe, and that is the best thing, the best upgrade in this game by far. Also, that was not a secret, was it? No. Then I don't know where the last secret is, if I'm totally honest with you guys, but might be that armor thing, whatever it is. Actually, just the legend. Armor, yeah, it's just armor. Could be that is a secret, or I don't know. We'll find it. Mixum is still a thing. I think he had some sort of pentagram on his forehead. Oh, that's a secret. Okay, cool. Not very hidden, but I kind of prefer it this way.
Access granted.
I have no idea why that still worked. Surely the
Gas leak stopped.
fingerprints would have rotted away. Okay, any zombies around? Before the fight starts, I kinda wanna kill everyone with my heat blast. Oh well. Okay, that counted. Ah, that didn't count. Oh well, at least I'll get some help or something. That was it.
Presence reduced to
Somehow I'm
minimum save levels.
becoming
Lockdown disengaged.
not quite as sure as I was playing on Nightmare.
Nearby room doors now open.
Because I don't think I survived any fights in this level on my first try. On my first Nightmare playthrough. So this is quite an upgrade. But yeah, now we can basically do this. Provided it's actually an explosive barrel, which that might not be. Maybe I'm just not reaching it. Oh well. I guess you understand what I was trying to demonstrate there. Hello, Hernandez. Well, our time is almost up. Because this level is nearing the end and I am ending the stream once this level is complete. Because I've been streaming for... It will be, I guess, about 3 hours. So that's a nice stream length for me. Okay, I just need one elite guard, everything else is done, and I think the elite guard is just straight up in this little here. Well, that might have gotten rid of some of my armor, but at least I survived. I think that was just because I threw a grenade instead of hitting it.
Warning. Core temperature reaching critical levels.
I'm not sure which gun, I guess it's the rifle. I have maximum rifle bullets. Vent that turbine, motherfucker. Okay. Oh, everything missed. Fucking die. Wow, he just kinda stopped making the fireball. What? Okay, fuck it. Let's just kill you. I guess. Huh. Fucking jeep. This looks like a lever. Ah, missed. Wasn't it? I guess it wasn't multiple demons, but oh yeah. Oh wait, what? Oh well. I guess I can chainsaw someone to get some plasma. No! Yeah, this fight's pretty fun, but you know, most fights in this game are pretty fun. I'm trying to remember if I have any I remember to be outstandingly fun. I just remember some that I enjoy slightly less than others. Most of the fights in this game are similarly fun.
Safe levels. Lockdown disengaged.
Ah, didn't kill this one. You know, what I'm doing there is really stupid actually. You shouldn't be just trying to melee guys over and over. Most of the time it doesn't work. Oh, you're not dead yet. Oh, hi. Ah, I guess they do drop ammo every once in a while. Ah! There's people already here. Wow, that was a bit unfair. Well, I guess no, it's not really unfair because you get to decide where you go into the animations and stuff. But I don't know if you can adequately predict exactly when someone's gonna throw fireball at you because it's not like you can just never go into glory kills because I would become fuck silly. Wrong button. You'd think I would be good at unreasonable controls after having played a bunch of Metroid Prime on keyboard. But apparently not. Okay, I'm failing this challenge hard. Shoot! Oh, I'm out of ammo. Sorry about that. Somehow I didn't notice that I was out of ammo there. Well, I'm not out of ammo anymore. I guess I better just do that to zombies and shit. Let's stop the plasma bullshit and just fight. I like when you can use the glory kill to kind of propel yourself a little bit further to some platform when the monster's standing, because if you're in the range, doesn't matter how you're positioned. I guess unless there's just a wall in between you. Yeah. I know, Roland, I like the graphics in this game. They are really pretty. Nothing against the original Doom graphics, and you know, if I had to choose, I would probably pick a game with the original Doom graphics. But this is really pleasant to look at most of the time. Apart from when you're looking for secrets, because then it just begins to suck. Oh, that's why you really lock anything. Wow, that guy finished him. Go! And I finished him. And that's that.
The core temperature is now stabilized.
Yay, foundry saved.
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Okay, I'm not sure if it happens here, but usually when Olivia does stuff on screen, there is a tune that plays that is a remix of the old Suspense track, which is E1M5, which I actually can't remember exactly how it goes. So I wanna try to even hum it and fail, but you know, for those interested, I will stay silent and see if we can hear it.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 402.
She has locked me out, Dr. Hayden.
All power rerouted to Argent Energy Tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
You know, if I wasn't told what it was, I would never have recognized any of this except for E1M1 in this game. But apparently there is a bunch of things like this where just, you know, technically it is like some notes from the original game, but not really. Come on. Where is my last combat effectiveness? Come on.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
How did I not get my last combat effectiveness? I guess I didn't kill everyone. Maybe there are a couple of Hell Knights, but I can't really go back now. Oh well. That sucks. In this game, one of the big gripes I have with it is how often it locks you actually from backtracking. You just have to know when it happens and do everything beforehand. And I never knew, I still am not quite sure what the combat effectiveness is. Though the things in this part here, the circles. I guess it might just be, you know, the demons killed. I thought it was just automatically filling up after big fights, but apparently not. Oh well. That is the least of my worries, because there are way more. These give weapon upgrade points, and you get way more upgrade points. At least I get way more upgrade points than I really need, because most of the upgrades I never use because they are not really that useful to me. I don't remember to use them most of the time anyways. The good upgrades that still remain, I think, would be... shit, I don't even remember. I guess the minigun, chain gun, whatever it was, and the ghost rifle still have pretty good upgrades. I don't remember if the super shotgun has good upgrades or not. Oh well. Olivia Pierce, the cult leader of the UAC, is trying to open a gateway into their dimension. Is this inspired by, what was that cartoon? Was it the Powerpuff Girls where there was the devil and it was just called him? And here it keeps referring to hell as their dimension. She wants to help bring about the end of this world, another lost soul fallen under hell's control. Olivia overclocked the Argent Tower using fancy-ass motion controls, there as we saw on that screen. Using it to drill a hole into the hellscape and let Hell's army through. We need to shut down the Argent Tower before it breaks through into their world by disabling the energy filters located throughout the surface complex. And that will be next time. We'll just, I guess, start here today, and that'll be it. Not even gonna go into the rune trial that is immediately out here.
Olivia is using the tower to drill a doorway into their world.
Yes.
You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Just gonna, I guess, walk out of this building for the save, so that I don't have to do this tomorrow.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up when journeying onto the Martian surface.
Martian buddies, huh? Uh-huh. There is that big old Argent Tower in the distance, which looks like something Shao Kahn made. Actually, straight up looks like Shao Kahn's thing in Mortal Kombat 3. The portal and everything.
Wasn't something similar happening in Half-Life 2?
Something similar happens everywhere, like in many games and every superhero movie by Marvel, and just everywhere. Everyone likes to shoot a beam into the sky and open some sort of bullshit portal, and towers just make it cooler. But yeah, this level I think is my favorite in this game, because it's about as open as the previous one, the Foundry, but the Foundry is just kind of gimmicky, I feel, setting wise, and this is just a generic Mars base level that has this cool atmosphere. They changed the color scheme and all that. And it has a bunch of cool, like, non-linear stuff, secrets and everything. So, that'll be next time. Next Saturday. So, tomorrow, at probably about the same time, Metroid Prime. Hopefully Hippocat will actually get around to Metroid Fusion before that. We'll see. If that is the case, then I will stream Metroid Prime afterwards, slightly later. But yeah, that's that. But for today, thank you all who piped in. I think there was a lot of people in the chat today, so that was cool. Hippocat, question for you.
Well, Touchdown, I guess it's a video game, and I guess you can play it.
Very
It's
astute.
about as much as I can tell so far.
Very, very
The only thing I
astute.
can tell is that I don't want to play it at all. Like, I thought that maybe I would play it, but I just saw this and I think that I would not enjoy it. Like, way too fast.
Quick paced. Fast paced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can understand. I do myself also prefer slower approach to shooters, and well, like, usually when you can snipe or just, you know, shoot from behind cover and stuff like that. But it's nice because I don't suck too much at this. I am good enough to be able to play this game and Serious Sam on games like that, and they are quite a rush when I actually manage to play through them. So it's kind of like a enjoyment that I usually don't expect to be able to get, but I manage because this is just a well-made game. But yeah, didn't you want to replay Doom 3 there, Hippocat? That would be kind of amusing.
Kinda, yeah.
After Metroids though, at least after Fusion. You gotta play Fusion. Fusion is cool. I shouldn't be hyping it up too much because it's pretty linear and not quite Metroidvania enough, but it's a good game and I'm interested in hearing your reactions to stuff that you encounter in there. But yeah, I guess that's that. I'm gonna trust in the autosave and also about of this so that I can stop the stream. So thank you all and goodbye.
Goodbye.